I need to make an announcement about the women's bathroom is closed today until further notice. We are sharing the men's bathroom, so please knock on the door before you enter. Yes. So, thank you, music team. I'm so glad each and every one of you are here today. What a blessing you are. Next. So our mission is to touch hearts and transform lives through the power of unconditional love and acceptance. We embody a spiritual community that emphasizes personal growth, living consciously, and making a positive difference in the world. And so let's say this together. There is only one power and one presence active in my life and in the universe, God the good. Breathe that in. So today our talk is, I forgot my phone. Well, yeah, but there's more. So America 400 with Reverend Jan Kraft. Sorry, I have a little more to say about this. So not all of you may know Reverend Janet, but she's earned her Bachelor of Arts and Master's in Arts Education degree from Antioch University, Seattle, before earning her interfaith ministerial ordination from the New York Cemetery in New York City, New York in 2020. No? Seminary. So sorry. In 2004. For more than 20 years, Jan used her education and love of teaching to become a popular inspirational and motivational speaker in churches, community, colleges, senior centers, social clubs, and businesses. But in 2015, it was her active funeral ministry, along with the passing of numerous family and friends, that led her to create the end-of-life educational program, Leaving Lightly, Getting Your Affairs in Order, So All You Leave Behind is Love. So next, we are going to have Rich Broderhausen come up and read the Daily Word.
Applause is not necessary, folks. That's funny. Okay, so I invite you to the Daily Word. It's a really special one today, so let's just kind of get still and listen to these beautiful words that someone has written for us. Our word for today is guidance. In the divine presence, we are guided. Divine guidance is not only found in burning bushes or mind-blowing revelations. More often, it arrives as gentle nudges, subtle enough to overlook, ordinary enough to dismiss. Yet these quiet signals are holy too. A craving for sweetness, a need for fresh air, a muscle that tightens or relaxes, all can be taken as cues to care for body and soul. As we become present to the fullness of our humanity, our senses, our intuition, our inner knowing, we recognize guidance as ever flowing. It invites a restorative resting of mind and heart. So just take a second right now and feel that restoration of your mind and your heart. It is an alert stillness that listens, a receptive openness, where clarity emerges and gentle direction unfolds. Let us trust the quiet impulses that draw us forward, allowing the simplest moments to lead us toward our soul's fulfillment with ease. In the divine presence, we are guided. In Exodus, it says, "My presence will go with you, and I will give you rest." And so it is.
Thank you, Rich. So next we're going to recognize any visitors. So if we have visitors for the first time today, can you raise your hand?
Your first time in the front row.
I am. Thank you. So next we are going to mingle for about 90 seconds. So just go and greet your neighbor and say hi and welcome. Fist bump, hugs. So I'm going to have you stay standing. We're going to sing as community song.
Can we just go? All right, I invite you all to sing this with us. We're going to sing it twice through. The light of God surrounds me. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds me. I am the love of God. The power of God protects me. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over me. I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever I am, God is. And all is well. And all is well. And all is well. The light of God surrounds me. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds me. I am the The power of God protects me. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over me. I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever I am, God is. And all is well. And all is well. And all is well. I'm going to have you still remain standing for this next song. Let the way of the heart. Let the way of the heart. Let the way of the heart. Let the way of the heart shine through. Let the way of the heart. Let the way of the heart. Let the way of the heart shine through. Love upon love upon love. All hearts are beating as one. Light upon light upon light, shining as bright as the sun. Let the way of the heart, let the way of the heart, let the way of the heart shine through. Let the way of the heart, let the way of the heart, let the way of the heart shine through. Love upon love upon love. All hearts are beating as one. Light upon light upon light, shining as bright as the sun. Shining as bright as the sun.
I'm going to have you get settled in your seats for meditation. We're going to expand on that light. Just kind of sink into your chairs. And take another nice breath. And go into your heart space. And just feel it down here. Be present down here. And imagine it's radiating. And it just keeps radiating more and more. And it kind of fills up your heart. And this light from Source is just pouring down into you, overfilling the heart, into the body, and expanding down the arms, down your shoulders, down your torso. Nice breath. And it just keeps expanding down your hips and legs and out your toes and your feet. And then before you know it, it's expanding beyond your body. It's filling the whole room up. And it keeps expanding bigger and bigger. It's going through all of Spokane, into the other parts of Washington, the whole Pacific Northwest. This expansion just keeps going and going, and there's no end. It just keeps going bigger than the world, out into the universe. And there is no more you. You're just part of it all. You're part of the expansion. You're part of the oneness. And it just gets bigger. And you just kind of disappear into the bliss. There's no separation. Just bathe in this place. We are all one. No separation. I'm going to invite you to bring your energy back into your body and come back into the room. Wiggle your toes, take a nice breath, and open your eyes if they're closed. We are all one. Thank you. Reverend Jan's going to come up and do her talk now.
Embodiments of love. Thank you for being here. And thank you for letting me come to remind us all that we are divine. We are embodiments of love. We are God in expression. I'm grateful to be here. This morning I'm combining two different topics in line with what Jeff is doing with the church in July. In July, Jeff has decided that we're going to look at America and how we can elevate the consciousness of America. Are you on board with that? Yes. Cool. So am I. But that begs the question of two different things. We have two different topics here. We have America as one topic. And how do we elevate the topic? How do we elevate our consciousness of America? Two different topics here. Now, Jeff has also been talking to you about David Hawkins' map of consciousness. I have loved the map of consciousness and have used it extensively for years. It's a very powerful, powerful spiritual path. And we can't do it justice from the pulpit. But we can take some wonderful learnings from it and use that along our way. And so I'm going to use part of the map of consciousness to help us elevate our energy and the energy of America. Now you've got a couple of weeks to get familiar with what the map of consciousness is. So most of you, if not all of you, know what I'm talking about. So if you remember all of the things, and you don't have to remember all of the things, one thing to remember is that human consciousness is what it is, and it goes from a small amount to a very high amount, from the smallest of spiritual understandings to the highest of spiritual understandings. And let me tell you, just remind you a little bit about David Hawkins and what he created and what we're talking about here. So Hawkins was an MD. He was a PhD. He was an enlightened soul, an enlightened individual that became enlightened. And it took him many years to take that enlightenment experience and be able to put it into words that people could understand. But he did that, and he created this map of consciousness. He had a team of scientists, and he created a framework for spiritual development. So this is a framework that we can work with, right? And the way he did it was behavioral kinesiology. Not going into that. That's a whole science in and of itself. But he created a way of measuring our spiritual development, right? How cool is that? To measure our spiritual development. To take a look at the spiritual development that's lower in consciousness, like anger, greed, power, fear, all of those emotions. Think about how we all go there. We all visit there. How do you feel when you're feeling angry? Do you feel good? No. Do you feel when you're feeling guilt? When you're feeling fear? When you're feeling jealousy? Does that feel good? No. Can we elevate our consciousness above that? We can. We can. Right? So he measured these measurements for that. And the fulcrum there from the negative emotions and the energies that we carry with us that's life-defeating ranges from about 20 to 200. 200 is a threshold. Above 200, now we're getting into the more positive emotions of compassion, of love, of decision-making, of reason, of courage, right? So now, when you feel courageous, how do you feel? How is your energy when you're feeling courageous? When you enter into a situation and you know you got it covered, how do you feel? Powerful? Yeah. When you have a decision to make and you know you go in and you've gathered all the information you need and you're making the most empowered decision you can make, how do you feel? Yeah, good. Yeah, you do. When you come up against a situation and it may be a contentious situation, but you bring love to it and acceptance to it and a desire for the good of all concerned, how do you feel? Yeah, it is amazing. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay. So here's the first place we're going to start. We're going to start by defining what we mean by America, right? We were talking, we've been the 4th of July, and there's been a lot of talk about America. And this is the first thing, before I jump into it, the first thing I'm going to say to you. This is what could be the death knell of any minister, a political talk. We avoid it like the plague, right? Nobody wants to do a political talk. However, we are imbibing in our higher selves. When there is a problem to be addressed, whatever that problem is, it doesn't matter. When there's a problem to be addressed, we can bring our higher selves to it or our lower selves to it, can we not? Are you with me in bringing our higher selves to this problem? Okay, whatever problem is. So the first thing I'm going to tell you is we're going to look at just a few problems that we have. And it's not just America, it's any country in the world. But we've got some problems that need to be addressed, but addressed with love, addressed with compassion, addressed with wisdom. Yes? Addressed with courage. Can we do that? Yes, we can. Yes, we can, right? What I will not do is I will not tell you whatever we've got in every church, and this is why it's the death knell of ministers. In every church, you've got people on both sides of the political aisle. And it doesn't, and we can't and don't want to offend anyone because that's not what we're here to do. We're not here to offend anyone. We are here to be inclusive and loving and accepting, right? And we can be we not, be on two different sides of an opinion and still bring our best selves to it and still be loving and kind and compassionate and understanding? Can we do that? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. So that's what we're doing today. You will hear me talking about problems that we have. You will not hear me making one side of the problem right and one side wrong. I will not do that. I promise you that, right? But we are going to look very honestly at what some of our problems are and how we can bring our best selves to address this, okay? Are you with me on that? All right, cool. Very cool. Maybe I'll be invited back after all. If I screw this up, I won't be, okay? We're going for the best. All righty then. First thing to do, we're going to define what we mean by America. Somebody said to me over the 4th of July, we've got all these problems in America. I don't know how I feel about all the celebrations. I just hope we can do better. And I looked at that, and it gave me an epiphany. And I wanted to respond back to her, and I knew if I did, I would sound like a soapbox sermon. And I said, I'm not going to do that to her. I'm going to wait till I have a soapbox, and I'll do a sermon, right? So, anyway, I didn't do that to her. But I had this in my mind. Oh, I've had this epiphany. I want to share it. I need a soapbox. Not a soapbox, but I need a platform to share it. Okay, hanging out in the ethers, this idea. And then Jeff and I start talking about me coming here. And so Jeff is saying, we are doing this America 200. We are looking at how we can elevate the consciousness of America in July. And I said, this is perfect. I can talk about elevating the consciousness of America. And I'm going to take this little piece here epiphany that I just had, and we're going to overlay it into elevating the consciousness of America. So here's the epiphany that I had. America is not one thing. If I said describe America, you would give me qualities, but it's not a big blob. It's not something independent of us, right? It's not something that has arms and legs and feet, and it can go out and it can swim the ocean. It's not something like that. It is not something you can put your hands on. What is America? There are 350 American citizens, estimated 350 million American citizens in this country right now. We've defined a geographical boundary already, sea to shining sea, that is, we call America. And within that boundary, approximately 350 million people reside here, American citizens, right? So who is America? We are America. We are America. I am America. You are America. You are America. We all are America, are we not? Yes. So what makes up America? We do. So here's the clicker. If we're going to elevate the consciousness of America, what consciousness are we elevating? You bet. You bet. We're elevating ours. And that makes it manageable, does it not? If we are America, we have decisions to make, we have actions to take, we have a consciousness to elevate and live within. Can we do that? We can. We can do that. Okay. So, getting back to, we defined America and what it is. We're going to overlay that with the map of consciousness now. So, using the energy field of consciousness calibrated at 400. Now, here's the clicker about 400. We have this big America 250, yay. 250 means how many years we've been a country. Good, that's grand. So, when I was meditating on what do I have, if I'm going to, I can't even imagine where we are in consciousness as en masse. So I said, all right, so what am I going to do? Where am I going to start with this? And Divine Source dropped in this idea of 400. It's like, oh, America 400, okay. Ooh, let's see what 400. I knew 500 was compassion and unconditional love. So it's like, all right, so 400, what's 400? So 400 is reason, rationality, intellect, and scientific understanding. I'm going, seriously? Can't I talk about love? I'm really good talking about love. I'm super good talking about compassion. Give me 500. I'll take 500 for 350. But anyway, 500. No, not 500. No. 400, Janine. 400. All right, 400. Okay. So anyway, know that the higher calibration of 400 is reason, intellect, scientific thing, and it encompasses, when you're in the higher numbers than 200, the higher numbers, it also includes being concerned with the good of all concerned. Lower than 200, and the consciousness is just me. Maybe we'll include my family, my family. That's all I'm concerned about, just me. But when you get above 200, then the consciousness is for the good of all concerned, good of all humanity, good of all the people in America, and not just America, in Russia and China and New Zealand. It doesn't matter. All people, all divine, right? So that's part of America 400. So it's like using our reason, using our intellect, taking advantage of the scientific knowledge that exists, and using it to educate ourselves and elevate ourselves, and then our actions and our behaviors and our thoughts flow from that, right? Yes, using our intelligence, right? Okay. So, the question that comes from that: how much power and control are the responsibility of others, and how much is our responsibility? Right, yeah, I know. Yeah. So let's look at the responsibility we give our elected officials. Now we're looking at these two sides: the power that we give to others, the power that we have for ourselves, that we ourselves have. Okay. So let's look now at this side: the power that we give our elected officials. 2 words: elected officials. Okay. So do the thoughts and the actions of our elected officials represent us? That's a question that I want each one of you to ask yourselves. All of these things now, from here on out, all of these things I want you to think about yourself. Ask yourself. Answer yourself. This is what I want you to take stock right now of your thinking. You don't have to be accountable to me or anybody else. Think of yourself, how you think and feel about this. And as I said, I am not going to make one side, one way of thinking right and one wrong. It doesn't work that way. We all have different experiences. We all have different lessons to learn in this body, right? We all are trying to do the best we can. So don't make yourself wrong, or don't say, but I want you to think critically. When I did my master's program in education, I loved that program. It just busted my butt. It was so darn hard. But the reason I love that more than anything is that it taught me how stupid I was. Well, not stupid, let's say unenlightened, uneducated I was. Because I thought I knew things when I went into this program, and when they given me all this information, I'm like, oh, I don't know, bupkis, forget about it. So it showed me what I didn't know, but what that did was it allowed me to open my mind and learn what people smarter than me knew. That was a brilliant thing, just a brilliant thing. So that's what I'm asking you to do. Just think about what you know. Hold on to that if you want to. Question it. Question it. Do I really think that? Maybe yes. Okay, fine. Do I really think that? Well, I don't know. Fine. Do I really think that? Yes, I do, but I don't like that I do. Fine. Make it okay. Just look critically at what you think. So here we go. Do the thoughts and actions of our elected officials represent us? If we are America, and we've established that we are, yes? Do we want the actions? Do we want the actions of our leaders to be intelligent? Yeah. Backed by reason? Okay. Based on peer-reviewed scientific research and understanding? Yeah. Okay. Because we are America. Do we expect our leaders to be responsive to the needs of Americans who are hungry? Now, I'm going to throw out some statistics here in the next 3 things because the statistics are startling. It's one thing to say people are hungry. That means nothing to you and me if we're not hungry, right? But here's some statistics I want you to think about. The USDA 2024 report estimates that 48 million people lives in food insecure households. 14 million of those 48 million are children. And of that, 16.5 million people experience severe food hardship. Knowing that, do we expect our leaders to be responsive to that and take actions to curb that? Is that something that you would reasonably expect? Okay. All right. Hold on to that thought. Do we expect our leaders to be responsive to the needs of the people who are poor? According to the USA Facts, about 35.9 million Americans lived below the poverty line in 2024. That represents about 10% of the population. So you might say, I ask myself, what's the poverty line? Okay, poverty line, less than, or a little bit greater than, actually, $15,000 a year for one person or $20,000 a year for two. Can you imagine living on $15,000 a year in America at this point in time? Can you? Right. Especially if you're a family and you're only earning federal minimum wage. Federal minimum wage, $7.25 an hour. Can you imagine? $7.25 an hour, which is it comes out to $1,160 gross a month. Now that's a problem because the average one-bedroom apartment in Washington State is $1,857 per month. Right? Yeah. Okay. And usually that $7.25 federal minimum wage job that someone has is usually the bread earner, and she's got, whomever the bread earner is, a family of children to support. So it's not just one person, it's a whole family that they're trying to support on this money. Can that be done? No, of course it can't be done. Do we expect our leaders to be responsive to that problem? Yeah, for sure. Homeless. Do we want them to be responsive to homelessness? According to the Health and Human HUD, according to HUD, on any given night in January 2024, 770,000 people were homeless, due partly to severe housing shortage and rising home prices. Who can afford a house? My husband and I just bought a house where we live in Prescott Valley, Arizona, comparable here to Washington State, and we could not believe how much money that house cost. It's like, you so have got to be kidding. But that was the housing market. Still remains the housing market. Are housing prices going up? Yeah, you bet they are. They're not coming down. Certainly not commensurate with wages. So would we expect our elected officials to be responsive to those problems? And a whole host of others. But we want them to spend the time and energy on that. Now, here's the deal. We are America. And we pay our elected officials to represent us, do we not? In theory, they work for us, right? Okay. Is it not reasonable then to expect or even demand that our leaders use their reasoned, rational intelligence in dealing with the problems of today, free from political gain, power plays, political donors, and lobbyist influence? Is that something that's reasonable to expect? Yes. Yeah, it's reasonable. On any part of the aisle. On every part of the aisle. Aisles don't matter. People matter. We are Americans. Americans matter. Yeah? All right. You and I are America. And a leader among the nations of the world. And as a leader, and especially at the level of 400, where we are looking at the good of all concerned, there's a moral and ethical responsibility to understand and be concerned with how the consequences of our actions affect the world. Are we fulfilling that responsibility? How do our actions affect the world? Because at the level of 400, of reason, of intellect, of scientific understanding, we know that every action has a reaction. That for everything that we do, there is a consequence for it. And that's not just America, that's all of us. It's personal, it's planetary, it's business, it's government, everything, because that's the way life is set up. For every action, there is an equal reaction, right? For everything we do, there is a reaction. And reason would say, intelligence would say, what is, if we do this, what's the reaction here? How many people does it hurt? How many people does it kill? How much money do we use up? Can we follow this course of action? Or is there a better one? Is there a better one? Right? Yeah. So thinking intelligently, thinking at the level of 400 of David Hawkins' level of evolution and consciousness. 400 is right below 500, and 500 is the consciousness of love and compassion, right? So we're just slightly below love and compassion. And part of what makes the difference is at the level of 400, there's a lot of smart people, a lot of decisions being made But sometimes the higher level of compassion and love is not being considered. Can we, as America, as spiritual aspirants who are trying to raise our own consciousness, can we take that into consideration? How our actions, our thoughts, our words, our deeds affect people other than ourselves. Can we do that? Will you do that? Yeah. Okay. Maya Angelou said, and I love this quote so much, do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better. Right? Okay. So to pull it all together, America is not just some big blob out there in space. America is you, it's me. It's the thoughts we hold, it's the actions we take, it's the consciousness we bring to any situation. That is who we are as America. If we want to elevate the consciousness of America, we elevate our own consciousness. So we using the consciousness scale of David Hawkins at the 400 level, we use our decision making to make smart, wise decisions, to look at all areas of involvement and to make a decision based on the good of all concerned and all the reason and all the intellect. We look at issues deeply, not just on the surface, right? So we do that. And as we elevate our own consciousness, we elevate the consciousness of this nation we call America, do we not? And is that worth doing? Yeah. Okay. All right. So in conclusion, I want to say I love you. I bless you. I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat or independent or nothing. It doesn't matter to me. I know. It does not matter to me. We are all children of the divine. We are all pieces of the divine. We are here in a human body to express as God do, are we not? Yes. We will bring our best game to the lives we live, will we not? Yes. Now and as long as we're here, right? All right. Namaste.
When I found out what Jan was talking about, I thought I'd do this song again because we did it a few weeks ago now, and I got a lot of good feedback. But the one thing was mentioned is that they wished I had all the lyrics up instead of just the chorus. So I invite you to sing all the lyrics or just the chorus or just listen. But let's believe in that power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. We don't know what's coming, but we can help shape what's ahead. With kindness as our currency, the Commonwealth is in our hands. So give a little, oh, give a lot, don't stop. A helping hand makes the world go round, there's more than enough. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Look up now, people, keep your ears to the ground. We are the river flowing, generosity abounds. So give a little, oh, give a lot, don't stop. A helping hand makes the world go round, there's more than enough. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness, kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love, power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness, kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love, power of love. Honeybee serve sweetness only to help the world bloom, bringing love to the flower, from the flower to the fruit. You can learn a thing or two. So give a little, oh, give a lot, don't stop. A helping hand makes the world go round, there's more than enough. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. We don't know what's coming, but we can help shape what's ahead. With kindness as our currency, the commonwealth is in our hands. So give a little, oh, give a lot, don't stop. A helping hand makes the world go round, there's more than enough. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love.
Thank you, Chantel. Love that song. I love what you painted this morning, this fulcrum, right? The more of us that are on this side of the issues, meditating, focusing on peace, love, kindness, the more leverage we have to make change. I love that. Thank you so much for that, Jen. It was beautiful. And I have to tell you, I'm going to not share anything that Jan and I didn't talk about, but I had focused this month, being it was America's 250, that we would talk about America, right? And talk about everything. So when Jan talked about coming, it was going to be about, I figured she was going to be talking about living lightly, like leaving and all that kind of thing. So I didn't have any influence on her talk whatsoever. And then she sends me her talk title, and it's America 400. And then she tells me, and I don't know who it was. I was sitting with one of you, and I was like, look at this synchronicity, right? Like, we are so on the same page, right? This flow, the synchronicity, this energy that we're all relishing in, right? This happens, and we never even had a conversation about it. I was so excited by it. So thank you. Thank you for listening, right? So I'm here to talk about the offering, but I want to share some news with you. If you all have your bulletin, I want you to open it up. And I want you to go here to this page where it says events and announcements, and go to the bottom here where it talks about the financial overlook. we need to celebrate this. So in the first quarter of 2026, we had a deficit to income of $16,539 for the quarter. That's a lot. We've been operating that way since I've been here. And part of reason why is you're paying a minister to be here. There's expense in that. There's added expense that I bring and all that kind of thing, right? I'm expensive, yeah. I have expensive taste. It's me. Just get rid of me and you guys be in red, be back in the black. So that's where we've been. And here we are in the last quarter. We're definitely making headway. We're making progress, right? Like literally making progress. And it's not that we're cutting expenses by any means like that. I mean, you can see the expenses are about the same. But the income is coming up. The income is you, folks. It's your desire to support the ministry, support what we're doing, support the movement. And people are stepping forward. More and more people are stepping forward. And it's coming from other sources, other places. And it's really exciting to see this happening. And so I love it when Wendy comes to me and goes, I have good news. I have good news I want to share with you. And it's just very exciting. So anyways, I want to call attention to it. We have a ways to go, obviously, but we're tracking and we're trending in the right direction. And that's what we want. That's what we all want. So with that said, it's our time of our offering. And I'm going to invite the ushers to come up and administer the offering. Usher the offering.
Okay. So, thank you. If you guys will join me. Oh, hold on. Divine through and as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. Thank you. You got this. Okay. Woohoo, it's there. So, sharing your prayers. There is a prayer request in the back of the seats in front of most of you. Looks like this. There's also more over here by the box. And you can fill out anything you'd like some prayers around. And I kind of feel like it's important to share your good too. Because it's not always just about prayers, but I think we need to celebrate the wins. So anything you want to put in there that will be prayed upon here for 30 days and then in Unity Silent unity. I'm going to get that. Yeah, so please do put that in there because, we want to pray for you. So, if you'll join me. Unity stands for peace in the presence of conflict, for love in the presence of hatred, for forgiveness in the presence of injury. Unity honors the many names for God, the many paths to God, the many ways to worship God, for there is only one power and presence of God, and that God loves each one of us equally. Unity urges all nations, their leaders, and their people to pursue peace, not war, for this is what honors the God of all of our faith traditions. Yes. Okay, announcements. Sacred Support Circle is the second Sunday of the month from 1 to 3:30. Unity, and it's usually in the children's room. Okay? And he's coming.
So we have Jan here, and today at 4 to 5:30, she's going to be giving a little workshop. This is an abbreviation of what she's actually here doing at the college, right? So we're getting a snippet of it. We have invited, the South Hill has also been promoting it. I had a message from a lady yesterday that said she was bringing 4 people. One, that we were having some problems with the registration link, but she's going to be bringing 4 people. She says she listens to both services. She listens here and she listens South Hill. So that's a wonderful thing. But anyways, that'll be today from 4 to 5:30. You got that, Randy? Okay. And yeah, so at a $20 love offering for that as well. But don't let money be the reason why you're not here. If you can't make it, but you need to. I'm excited about it because I don't think I have all my affairs in order. So this is going to be a good lesson for me. And what else we have? Friday night movie night. Sorry. Okay, so the movie we're looking at is Peaceful Warrior, which is a movie about an athlete that has a debilitating injury, and it's about his fight to get back into the hunt, I guess. I don't know what else to call it. As I understand, it's a true story, right? Based on true story. So that's what we'll be watching on Friday night here. It is a brown bag dinner. What that means, potluckers have the night off. If you want to bring food to eat while you're here, bring whatever it is. If you want to stop and get pizza, or you want to stop and get Chick-fil-A or whatever, stop, bring it, and enjoy your meal. If you don't, we'll have popcorn. Tony has a popper, and we pop popcorn and have a good time. So that is this coming Friday, 5:30 to 8. There you go.
Me.
Oh, no, I know that's one. Okay. So next Saturday, Jan is going to be leading us through music meditation. This is one of her ministries, and this is going to be from 10:30 to noon here. And she and David got the sound system and all that sort of thing. So this is another offering that she's offering us. So I'm looking forward to it. I was thinking when I saw meditation for what I was thinking about. Yeah, about Monday night. Anyways, so that'll be this coming Saturday, the 18th. And then do we have, next Sunday will be the language of life, also known as nonviolent communication. And we are continuing as a workshop, or not a workshop, but really a support group. So if you're practicing nonviolent communication, or you're wanting to practice nonviolent communication, this is a support group for you. So I got this difficult conversation that I need to have with my son-in-law, right? And how do I have that conversation? This is an opportunity to talk about it and maybe get some input from other people that are also practicing or learning the practice of nonviolent communication. We changed to the language of life because that's the small print on the book, because most people are like, I'm not violent. I don't have communication problems. What? So we changed it to language of life. So this is something we can keep talking. And I will say, when I gave my interview a couple weeks ago, to the ministers and all that. They commended us on the fact that we're taking this approach and taking this step to make this an integral part of our ministry. So that's language of life. Do I dare? Nope. Okay. The arts. Well, what's missing in that slide is the Monday night meditation class. I know it's not your fault. So Monday night here, tomorrow night from 6:30 to 7:30 is a meditation class that's being led by Harlan and Rebecca, and we did it last week. There was 5 of us. It's combining some really simple, easy, non-violent yoga moves. I don't know how else to describe it. Some really non-violent yoga moves. It's stretching, right? In addition to the meditation. It was great last week. JC, you liked it, right? She loved it. Yep. She came in on a motorcycle and she loved it. So anyways, that'll be tomorrow night. So that's that. And then the yard sale is we're still going to be doing a yard sale. We have to because we have a shed full of stuff. But that is August 7th and 8th. We're allowing a little bit more time to collect stuff as well as get more promotion out there. Dare I? There you are.
The plumber is here. Great. So I just want to thank our music team. Give them a round of applause. I want to thank...
Woo-hoo! Yeah, exactly.
And I want to thank our people in the back running sound and audio and vision and all that stuff. Okay, so kids are coming.
We are walking in the light, in the light, in the light. We are walking in the light, in the light of God. In the light, 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 in the light of love.
So Lucky, what'd you do today?
We made rocks.
You made rocks, and what do the rocks say?
Faith,
Faith,
forgiveness,
forgiveness,
and love.
and love. That's what we're all about, huh?
And then I have something to read.
Yes.
And we're going to put them in the memorial thing in the front. And on the side it says, before you judge another, return to the truth of your own innocence and imperfections. In that awareness, compassion becomes the only possible response. John 8:7.
Thank you. Do you have anything else to say? Anything else you would like to say?
Aunt Missy? Oh, I love you, Aunt Missy.
So, anything else?
Oh, I miss you.
So he's talking about Melissa, and she's not here with us today. And if we can just all hold her in prayer and say hi, because she's watching, I hear. But thank you. Anybody else want to talk? You want to look at her? You want to talk?
What does yours say? Read it.
Love, faith, kindness, and power.
Now the girlfriend.
Can I hold it up? Or do you want to hold it up and show everybody? Thank you. Great. Okay. So let's bless our youth. Love you are. Sing the song you hear. Share the joy of life with people far and near. And for ourselves, be the love we are. Sing the song we hear. Share the joy of life with people far and near. Did you want to say something? Okay, perfect. Okay. Peace song. Okay, you can go back to your seats.
God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And that's the truth.